What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. In this video, before the market opens, I think it's pretty important that people, in order to understand where we're going, you need to understand where we're at. Okay? And by that I mean we really, from reading comments and things like that, we need to look at the basics again so that everybody's on the same page. All right, because I see everybody going in different directions with what they believe. It's because nobody's came together as a unit and looked at it the way I'm about to share it with you. Okay, from the moment that you buy or you press that buy button, what happens and how is your positions established in a stock that you're invested in this particular case, AMC, APE, Highcroft, but it doesn't matter, Apple, whatever. But I created this little graph here to help us understand. But here's Irvin, the investor, okay? And he's heard about AMC, and he wants to buy into AMC. So he contacts his broker, looks on his app, sends his money, and boom. Within an instant, a number is placed in his account, a placeholder number. He just bought 100 shares of AMC. Now, in this process, you are accredited that number in your account. But what is going on is that brokerage firm is sending that order to a clearinghouse. And that clearinghouse will put you on a white list. And on the white paper is listed who has placeholders where. Okay? Now, why is this important? Because of several reasons. Number one, there's hundreds of clearinghouses. All right, Apex Clearinghouse is one of the popular ones here in this movement, but Morgan Stanley's got one, E-Trade's got their own, Robinhood now has their own. So there's 516 million AMC shares in clearinghouses throughout the United States and the world, I might add. And when Irvin's order for 100 shares went in, he automatically was accredited to 100 shares as a placeholder, an IOU. And the order went to the clearinghouse, cleared the clearinghouse, and they got put on a white list that they now own 100 shares of AMC. This is going to be important to understand when we get ready to talk about the reverse of this process, people. But looking down here, we see it's the same with APE. Irvin, the investor, wants to buy some APE. He gives his money to the brokerage firm. He's accredited 73 shares because that's what he wanted to buy. The order goes to a clearinghouse, whatever clearinghouse that brokerage firm uses. They put their name on the white sheet, and now 73 shares of APE are listed on the white sheet that the clearinghouse owns. Okay? Same thing with Highcroft. All right, taking a look at Highcroft. He wanted to buy 73 shares of Highcroft. He sends his money to the broker. I'm sorry it sounds repetitive, but let it sink in. He automatically gets a 73 placeholder in his account. The order goes to the clearinghouse, whichever brokerage firm, clearinghouse the brokerage firm uses. It gets put on the white sheet, and when you get ready to sell your 73 shares, it gets deleted. Now that you understand how Irvin, the investor, got his position of 73 APE at $2 a share, we're going to take a look at what happens when APE hits $12 a share. Mandy, the investor, scared of missing out. She says, I'm FOMOing in. Give me 73 shares. So, process starts over, and when she sends her money, the brokerage firm will give her a placeholder number of 73. All right. And at the same time, Irvin, the investor, still has his 73. But what's going on is when APE hit 12, Irvin decided to sell his 73. So the order went into the broker. The broker gave him the money. This was deleted from the white list. And this set of placeholders takes its legitimate place. But the brokerage firm, when Mandy sent the money, she automatically got accredited to 73 shares. Then the brokerage firm sent the buy order in, and they received Irwin's sell order, and that's when it was removed from the white paper. Irvin's 73 was removed, and Mandy's was put in. That's why she's now yellow. And the process repeats itself over and over and over till this placeholder is replaced by this person, and so forth and so on. That is the basics now of when Irvin bought and now Irvin sold. Okay? So now that we've got those two basics under control, we now can move on to the next step. So by now, everything should be obvious to you, and the position that these brokerage firms and market makers have put themselves in, okay? Because every time somebody pressed that buy button and sent their money to a brokerage firm, another placeholder was created if they couldn't close out the position. And what happens is the white paper continued to get longer and longer and longer with more and more placeholders. Now, over here we see our diagram where once it was all blue, the placeholders are now included into the shares outstanding. And this is where we get our phrase, the MOAS. The more that people believe that these fake placehold numbers exist, the higher they believe the price will go. So, that's up to you and each individual person. How high do you think it'll go? Depends on how many times you think they've been able to press that buy button, sell a share, take the money, and just create a placeholder position. And it should start opening your mind to understanding the next level of this squeeze is what they're afraid of is people hitting that sell button. If this stock rises to 100 and you have 4 million people try to cash out, FOMO out, fear of missing out on the profits, if that many people hit the sell button all at once, it would crash the system because they would not have the money to pay for the placeholders. That's what they're afraid of. If APE was to run to 12, the more people that hit the sell button and try to get out of that position with a profit, they have to come up with the cash to cover those placeholders that they've sold. And that's the position they're in. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit more of how this play is moving. With that, love y'all. Be blessed. See you in the next video. Hope this helped you a little.